Hi, and welcome back. We're continuing in Revelation. This is the third reading from Revelation, and I'm trying to keep these as close to 5 minutes as I can. I'm setting my timer, and I will continue reading today from the New Jerusalem Bible. And the great thing is that there's promises as we go along. The very first promise being, if you hear and if you read from the book of Revelation, you will receive a blessing. And then Jesus shares other blessings that will come as we heed his words. So let us begin. Yesterday we left off where there was a warning to Thyatira, the church there, that the complaint was that they were listening to Jezebel. I have given her time to reform, Jezebel he's speaking of, but she is not willing to change her adulterous life. Now I am consigning her to bed and all her partners in adultery to troubles that will test them severely unless they repent of their practices. And I will see that her children die, so that all the churches realize it is I who search heart and loins and give each one of you what your behavior deserves. But on the rest of you in Thyatira, all of you who have not accepted this teaching or learned the secrets of Satan, as they are called, I am not laying any special duty, but hold firmly onto what you already have until I come. To those who prove victorious and keep working for me until the end, I will give the authority over the pagans, which I myself have been given by my Father, to rule them with an iron scepter and shatter them like earthenware. And I will give him the morning star. If anyone has ear to hear, let him listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Write to the angel of the church in Sardis and say, here is the message of the one who holds the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know all about you, how you are reputed to be alive, and yet you are dead. Wake up, revive what little you have left. It is dying fast. So far, I have failed to notice anything in the way you live that my God could possibly call perfect. And yet, do you remember how eager you were when you first heard the message? Sounds like some of us. Hold on to that. Repent. If you do not wake up, I shall come to you like a thief without telling you at what hour to expect me. There are a few in Sardis, it is true, who have kept their robes from being dirtied, and they are fit to come with me, dressed in white. Those who prove victorious will be dressed like these, in white robes. I shall not blot their names out of the book of life, but acknowledge their names in the presence of my Father and his angels. If anyone has ears to hear, let him listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Write to the angel of the church in Philadelphia and say, here's the message of the holy and faithful one who has the key of David, so that when what he opens, nobody can close, and when he closes, nobody can open. I know all about you, and now I have opened in front of you a door that nobody will be able to close. And I know that though you are not very strong, you have kept my commandments and not disowned my name. Now I am going to make the synagogue of Satan, those who profess to be Jews but are liars because they are no such thing, I will make them come and fall at your feet and admit that you are the people that I love, because you have kept my commandment to endure trials. I will keep you safe in the time of trial, which is going to come for the whole world to test the people of the world. Soon I shall be with you. Hold firmly to what you already have, and let nobody take your prize away from you. Those who prove victorious, I will make into pillars in the sanctuary of my God, and they will stay there forever. I will inscribe on them the name of my God, and when, excuse me, I'm having trouble turning the page. There we are. Sorry. And the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down from my God in heaven, and my own new name as well. If anyone has ears to hear, let him listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. And we will stop there. And tomorrow we're going to hear what the Spirit says to the last of the 7 churches, Laodicea. So if you notice, he is giving a message to each of these 7 churches, and each one has some good and some things that he's not happy with, and some sin that they're holding on to. I think there's only 2 out of the 7 churches that he doesn't state that there's something wrong in those churches. And so I think one of the things that he warns us is not to leave our first love. We fall in love with Jesus. We're excited about what he does in our life. And we're excited about how the peace he brings to us. And then we grow warm, lukewarm. And God is not happy with lukewarm. He would rather us be hot or cold than to be lukewarm. And he says if you're lukewarm, he'll spew you out of his mouth. So we want to stir up the fire that is within us and remind ourselves of the great things that God has done for us. And we want to obtain that blessing he promises to us as we read through the book of Revelation, knowing that, as he said, he could come as a thief in the night. He could come today. He could come tomorrow. Whenever, we need to be alert. He's coming soon.